Hi, I've got Mr. Andy, the director of Urban Strides here with me. Just had his ride-along experience. And Mr. Andy, how confident did you feel on a scale of 1 to 10 about using a leafy distribution company before coming to JogPost?
Well, I used JogPost originally many years ago when Henry started the company with JJ, and I used them. I loved their vibe. That was when Henry used to answer the phone, and loved what they did. I went on a ride along and felt very confident. I then did do any leaflet distribution for a while, did other forms of marketing, and decided to come back to it and chose another company that was more local, because back then JogPost were limited geographically. So I didn't know if they were going to do this area, so I had another company. We had a lot of problems. They got the printing wrong. Instead of A5, they got A6. We had no proof of the distribution, and we didn't have one inquiry. And these were leaflets that we'd proven had worked elsewhere. So obviously the only thing that we thought of was the distribution of it. The company weren't particularly helpful. They weren't bothered they didn't seem to be bothered whether they're distributed or not. So I learnt from that experience, and the next time we had a distribution, I picked up the phone JogPost. Suddenly they now do almost everywhere, it seems. And I felt very comfortable to pay the slight extra amount it is to make sure that actually the job's done properly.
Thank you very much. What did you like the most about the ride-along service?
What I like most?
Yeah.
The thing that I like most about a ride-along service is the fact that it's so amazingly detailed. There's check upon check upon check upon checks upon checks for the checks where there's checks. So you feel incredibly confident. Also, I really like the way that all the joggers are incentivised. So Zaki, who's this amazing supervisor here today, he's got an HR report which shows how fast they're going, the quality of what they're doing. Each of them have their own GPS tracker, so he knows how fast they're going, whether they're doing it properly. There's planning services. There's a whole process where all the joggers have to write down every single road they're on. Each of them are individually checked on this app that Zaki's got. Then also Zaki can go at any point along to any house and just double check that people got received the leaflets. It seems that there's almost a 100% guarantee that you know that your flyers have gone to exactly where they can. And having seen it in person, I understand how it works and why it's such a surefire system. And bearing in mind, the first time I used JogPost many years ago, nowhere near these many checks were in place, and we still got a really good response. So now these checks are in place, I'm really excited to find out the results of our campaign.
Thank you very much. Very nice of you. Now that you have experienced the ride along and watched a distribution in action, on a scale of 1 to 10, how confident do you feel about using JogPost for your leaflet distribution campaign?
I feel extremely confident. I mean, like I said, I used JogPost years ago, and they were a lot more expensive because obviously they offer much more. You know, you pay for a Ford Fiesta, you get a Ford Fiesta. You pay for a Bentley, you get a Bentley. And as a business owner investing in marketing, I want to make sure that it's actually at least getting into the right places. Also, Zaki gave really good feedback on the leaflet. You know, I asked him honestly, and he gave me some really good feedback, and that helps me as well understand that everyone at JogPost cares about everyone generating more business, which is fantastic. So not just from the distribution side, but also from the marketing side. These guys see tens of thousands of flyers every single day, so they've seen loads of different designs and they know what works, what doesn't work, and that expertise is really useful. What was the question? Oh yeah, how confident? So I'd feel extremely confident about using JogPost again. I actually was talking to another friend of mine who owns a full nuts business just the other day, and they were talking about a really good company they use to do leaflets, and I said, oh, who's that? And they said JogPost. I went, oh, I already know them. So I feel very confident. I feel very, very confident and comfortable, and I think what I love about it is the fact that the owners at JogPost and all the staff at JogPost are really committed and put the client first, which I think is really key. They're always thinking of ways to improve it.
Thank you very much. Lastly, is there anything you think we can do it better?
I mean, it's a big question. I mean, when I went to my first ride along 3 or 4 years ago, I was very impressed then at the way that it's all done. But now there's so many more things. There's so many more checks and technology, and I mean the fact that every jogger's got their own GPS device, and the fact that we just pulled up next to a jogger who was running around handing out leaflets and they weren't, sat there slacking off, and the fact that these joggers can get put upon at any moment is great, because it makes sure that actually they get the job done properly, and they're all really lovely. I met them all; they're all really nice people, and they're all getting fit as well. My goodness, they are getting fit. So it's a really, really, really positive thing. But I definitely use JogPost again, and I'd recommend them to other people as well. And what I would say is they're very transparent. So what I would say is the cost of doing a drop, do it small. If you want to double check it, do a ride along. Come do what I've done. See it for yourself, and then you can decide. You know, don't take my word for it. Come along and do it. They're very open to be transparent, and they're proving themselves. And I think any company that can prove themselves deserve to be championed and deserve to be recommended. So I will definitely be doing that for JogPost.
Thank you very much, and I wish you the best results ever.
Yeah, me too.